Hey there, YouTube. So I thought I would give you guys a little tour of my video game collection, since some of you will probably be interested in that. Um, as you can see, I do not have a massive collection, and I've actually slowed down quite a bit on purchasing new games because, I'm kind of happy with this. There's only maybe like a handful of titles that I still want, but um, a lot of stuff is getting very expensive right now due to certain things going on in the world, so I really slowed down. Um, but here we go. See my NES titles here. I've had these for quite a while. I actually started with the NES, and that one is Super Sprint. This is one of my favorite NES games. This Super Mario's Duck Hunt has a repro label because the original label was chewed up. And this is Super Mario World 2, 3, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You gotta have Tetris, and this is actually a very clean copy of Tetris. And actually, this is a very clean copy of Zelda, honestly. I got that for 25 bucks. NES games are relatively inexpensive, so that's where I started. And here we have the Genesis. This is cool. This is from John Hancock. You may know him. Actually, no. Is it John Hancock? But anyway, this is a repro of Akira. It's basically the, you know what? Let me look this up real quick. Okay, sorry about that. I got my Johns mixed up. This is actually from John Riggs. It's a prototype of the Akira game in a usable cartridge. There's not much you can play on it, but it's pretty neat. As you see, you get the 6-pack. Just put that back in there before my OCD takes over. And the Aladdin. I used to have Lion King, but I gave that away as a gift. I'm not a big fan of platformers anyway. Miss Pac-Man, that's pretty close to the arcade, honestly. Got Road Rash 2. This is one of my favorite Genesis games. This is one of the first games I started out with in my collection, in my current collection. I got this up in Maine. Highly recommend that game. So it goes over here. Yeah. Of course, you gotta have Sonic and Knuckles. Sonic 2, Street Fighter 2, Special Championship Edition, Streets of Rage 2, X-Men, and speaking of Rocket Knight Adventures, I like that game so much, and I like the music so much, that I got this album. I had to import this because I couldn't get it any other way. It's a little rare. It's in great shape. The music in that game is awesome, and I had to have that. But anyway, up next, we have Sega Saturn. I don't have a huge Sega Saturn collection, but this is one of my favorite fighting games of all time. Vampire Savior. We got our Virtual Fighter 2, and this is the sequel to that. Oh, actually, no, wait. This is the sequel to that. or is it vice versa? Either way, they're great games. Had to import those to save some money. But you can see, got those. Got the Sega Rally in terrible condition, but oh well. And, Marvel Superheroes. I wasn't as big of a fan of that, honestly, and I don't know why. But anyway, on to PlayStation. And as you can see, I got these in chronological order from release day. But got some Bushido Blade. So one of the few RPGs that I really like. And this is in excellent condition, and it has basically everything in it. It's complete. Some Gran Turismo 2. I loved this game growing up. Jet Moto. Metal Gear Solid. Unfortunately, I have the greatest hits version, but had that growing up as well. Some Ridge Racer. As they fall over. Tekken 3 doesn't have a label, unfortunately, but I wanted to play it, so I bought it anyway. And there's a big gap there for more games. And on to N64. And I got these cool labels down here for them. So that I know what they are when they're sitting on the shelf. I got pretty much all the essentials. This is my favorite system of all time. And this is here just to hold everything up, but it's also a game. It's Ready to Rumble Boxing with an actual manual in this cool Nintendo 64 case. And speaking of things that I have propped up, I also have another Genesis game down here propping up my DS and 3DS collection, and it's Sonic Spinball. This is fully complete and excellent condition, and I found it at a flea market of all places. And I have a teeny tiny Sega Dreamcast collection, but some essentials nonetheless. I'm looking to expand that. And I don't know why, but like every Dreamcast game that I find is like, well, if an exception to that one, which has no manual, but like they're all in great condition. I don't know why. I guess Dreamcast owners took care of their stuff. But moving on to PlayStation 2. Got some great titles in here. I love this game in the arcade. And had a lot of fun with that growing up. These two are amazing games. That one not so much. And moving down a row, we have original Xbox. Not a very big collection, as you can see, but some great titles nonetheless. And then we'll go on to GameCube. The Star Wars game. I've heard that it's great, but my disc needs resurfaced. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, and it's also not complete. It's one of the few games that I have like this. It's not in an original case or anything. And this is the GameCube player disc. I have it right there in the end. And I also have a Star Trek 25th Anniversary NES game complete. Well, it's in a rental case, but I would kind of call that complete. Just holding everything up here. And on to Xbox 360. We have BioShock Infinite. It's a pretty good game. Tag Tournament 2. Not a lot, but it's there. I really like the Xbox 360. I think it has a lot of good online games. Or games you can only get on the online service. Then on to Wii. This is Link's Crossbow Training. It's just a disc. Mario Kart Wii. Cruisin', which is a sorry excuse for a Cruisin' USA game. Ghost Squad is pretty fun. This is not a Christmas movie, but it is NBA Jam. Kami, Super Mario Galaxy. I need to beat that. It's on my to-do list. And moving down, we have sort of current generation games. We have Ark Survival Evolved. This was just at Goodwill, and it was a steelbook, so decided to pick it up. I don't think I'll play it, honestly, but the steelbook is pretty cool. And Horizon Zero Dawn. I need to get back into that. Hyrule Warriors. This kind of disappointed me, honestly. I mean, coming from this to this, it's a bit of a disappointment, honestly. But this is honestly my favorite game of all time. And I've got the Explorers edition right here. And I just keep this out so that I can get to the game card easier. And my one and only physical PlayStation 5 game so far, Dirt 5. Had a lot of fun with this, and I beat it. A little Pac-Man cabinet back there. Pre-order bonus from GameStop for buying Age of Calamity. And this I got with my Nintendo rewards. And on to the handheld games, which I keep on their own shelf. Got DS, 3DS, some good ones in here. This I actually got like before it came out because Best Buy gave it to me early. I got some Game Gear games, some Game Boy Advance games, nothing too special, and some Game Boy games. I loved this growing up. I remember going to Sears and picking out this game along with a green Game Boy. That was a lot of fun. Tetris Attack, I love that game. Also played this a lot as a kid. F1 Race. Memories of that growing up. Tetris. And Super Sprint. And down here is just where I store my handhelds. And this is just my miscellaneous shelf where I keep my boxes and stuff. And this is where I just keep the random stuff and that record. And last but not least, I have a little development piece for an Xbox Series X Scorpio development kit. I'm not going to show you too much of that because it has a serial number and stuff on it, and I don't want to get in trouble. But there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed, and talk to you later.